Hi, everybody, and welcome to Module 2 of the course. I'm excited to get started on this module. There's a lot of really great information. So if you want to follow along with the video, go ahead and click on Modules and then scroll down to Module 2, and we'll start at the overview link. So just to give you a brief synopsis of what's going to be happening during Module 2, we're going to begin our problem solution proposal project. So this is going to be composed of several smaller assignments designed to take you step by step through the research and writing process so that we can create the draft that will be due in the final module of this course. So in previous writing courses, you might have been given a lot of different parameters about your writing, but in this course, it's a little bit unique. You're going to get to pick the topic that you analyze, the genre, and the audience of your writing. So we're going to be talking more about those details. But all in all of the different pieces that we work on will all come together into a comprehensive whole. So this module is specifically designed for some invention projects and the research phase of the writing process. So let's go ahead and click on over to the next link by hitting next at the bottom of the page, and you'll see that we have some Module 2 top hat materials that you should be working on, and those materials are going to help you with the assignments that are due in this module. So clicking further, hit that next at the bottom, and you'll see that we're going to be participating in this problem solution proposal project description. So essentially, really, you see and read and hear about problems and their possible solutions all the time. And this kind of creative problem-solving skill is essential, especially as we move into our careers. And you're probably already in a job where you would need to solve problems creatively. And so this is going to help you with some of those transferable skills in that area. We do solve problems in our lives every day, not just in our work environment, but with our relationships and, in other academic classes that you're taking. Anybody that you relate to, you have to sort of objectively step back and take a look if there's a problem happening to see if there's a solution that can be worked out. So this whole idea of proposing solutions to problems is an important piece of your life, in your community, in your career, in your relationships, in your civic life, and the way that you want to give back and make your mark on this world. So we're going to get started with that this week. If you take a look at the project description, you'll notice that there are several bullet points of things that you're going to be required to do. I'd like you to go ahead and read through each of these bullet points in detail and use this as a checklist. So what I mean here is that you're going to want to take a look at that first bullet point that says, you need an introduction that describes the local community problem, right? So after you're done with your writing, go back and make sure that you have this piece in place. And then take a look and make sure you've got the thesis. That's the next part. Take a look and make sure that you have proposed 2 alternative solutions, an explanation of their drawbacks, and you have supporting evidence, and so on and so forth as you make your way down through the bullet points, just using that as a checklist. So something to bring your awareness to is that you are required to use a minimum of 6 credible secondary sources for your proposal. So you're going to be doing some research, and that research needs to be academic in nature. You'll be reviewing journals, peer-reviewed studies, official documents, local news sources, material generated from community experts in the field that you've chosen. So all in all, just think in your mind when you're looking for research expert, right? We don't want somebody who is very well versed in, let's say, teaching economics to be talking about a medical problem, right? Those things wouldn't go together. So make sure that your experts are matching up with the problem that you've chosen and with the solutions that you're proposing. And then you'll be well on your way to creating a strong draft. So you're also going to need to include primary research. Now, primary research is something that you do on your own. So you're not going to be looking up articles for primary research. Instead, you're going to conduct interviews, either in person or online, by email, phone, or you could do a survey within the local community. Those are things that you are going to engage with directly. So it's not something that you read about. Instead, it's something that you participate in. And if you took the 101 class, you're probably already really familiar with primary research. But if you're not, you can always reach out to me or the writing mentor, and we can help guide you through that process. So go ahead and click the next button. Well, before you do that, I just want to point out that there are some sample projects that you can check out here at the bottom of the page. So now we're ready to click next and move on to the next portion of Module 2, which is personalizing your portfolio. So if you haven't started your portfolio template yet, make sure to go back and read all about setting that up. And for this task during Module 2, you're going to be completing that home page. And again, take a look at the detailed bullet points so that you're including all of those things on your home page, and use these bullet points as a checklist. Also notice that you need 150 to 250 words on your homepage. And that's just, the minimum amount that's going to allow you to include all of this essential information. Then you'll be including that About Me page, and you'll see here another bulleted list of different things that you need to include and a minimum word suggestion in order to meet all of the essential components of the project. Part 3, you're going to think about the customization of your design, right? I talked a little bit about this in Module 1, and you're going to be wanting to replace the header images with your own images. You're going to want to use a personalized font and color and match everything together. Remember, I said think about like a business presentation that you give. PowerPoint presentations, they come with templates. So here we're doing that. We're trying to make everything match together and look visually appealing. And next, you're going to publish and share your site. And there's a nice video there on how to go about doing that. So go ahead and click the next button at the bottom of the page, and you'll see that we're going to be participating this week in an icebreaker / portfolio discussion. So give yourself about 1 to 2 hours to read through the descriptions, materials, compose everything you need to compose, and then post to the discussion board. So I won't go into too many details here. Just notice that the instructional materials, there's another bulleted list. You should read through all of those guidelines before you share your digital portfolio, and make sure you have a clickable hyperlink so that we can view it. Make sure you give us permissions so that we can see the portfolio. And you're also going to be not only including that link, but composing a brief introduction post, right? And you'll see another bulleted list of the things that you should include in that introduction post. And so then you'll be responding to your peers using the 3CQ approach that's discussed in the link. And then I'll be commenting on some of your discussions, and the writing mentor will also be commenting. So not everyone will get a response for each discussion, but we will try to make sure that everybody has had at least one response in the class over the entire session. So go ahead when you're finished with that and make your post, and you will be set with that assignment for this week. And I'm getting really excited about looking at the things that you're going to be posting and the information you've already started to gather. So after that portfolio discussion response and discussion, you'll notice also that we have this link called topic brainstorming. And that estimated time is like 2 to 3 hours to complete. For some of you, it might go a little quicker. Others, it might take a little bit longer. But in any case, go ahead and read through the overview and purpose of this section, and you'll find that essentially we're going to be brainstorming and thinking critically about the problem that you have identified, that you're curious about. We're going to make sure it focuses on a specific community. You're going to be thinking about the rhetorical situation, and you're going to be considering the next steps for your research. So if you toggled on down there to the instructions, you're going to see, again, some examples, how to go about completing this assignment, what you're going to include, narrowing down your community problem, and it gives a sample of how to do that. So make sure to read through all those pieces, and I think that you'll understand this project in a much deeper fashion. So then you can see here in step 3, the final step would be to select the problem and understand its rhetorical situation. So you're going to be thinking here about the topic and the purpose. The writer, you as the writer, what do you already know about this problem? The context, like which community is this problem occurring in? The stakeholders, who in the community needs to know about this problem, and then the next steps, how you're going to go about researching this problem. And you might find that after we do all of the exercises throughout each of our modules and we come to the final presentation of our topics, that you can share this with the community that you wrote it about, and it may serve as a valuable tool for them. So we'll talk about that a little more as we get further on into the course. So just to make sure before you submit it that it's at least 400 words for the whole assignment, that it's a Microsoft Word compatible format or a PDF, that it's in 12-point font. Times New Roman is usually preferred, and don't forget to submit it by clicking Start Assignment in the upper right-hand corner of the window and upload your file. And you will be all set then for our Module 2 exercises, and well on your way to creating everything you're going to need for Module 3. So I look forward to our time together here during Module 2, and I can't wait to see what different communities and problems you come up with. Have a great week, everybody.